The moment you start to understand that you need to get out of the way for something to happen, you have to get out of your own way. The moment you start to understand that you need to get out of the way for something to happen, you have to get out of your own way. Hey, what's up, people? It's a bit okay, but again, I'm back again. It's another video. So today I'm not going to talk about a lot of things, but I will emphasize on autonomy. You have to be sovereign and have your own thoughts in order to understand what people are saying, in order to differentiate yourself from other people. People will try to implant their ideas onto you, whether they know it or they don't know it. And if you don't have standards, or if you don't have your own foundation where you have your own thing going on for yourself, you are going to be swayed. You are going to be swayed with this kind of winds, this kind of people into their own ideas, which is not a bad thing. But it will only be a good thing if you only follow the people who you want to be. Only follow the people who you are willing to trade your life with. That's why they tell you that if you have to be in a circle, you have to be with certain kinds of people. Look for these certain kind of people who you are willing to exchange your life with, who are where you want to be, so that if you are going to take their ideas, they might be able to help you somewhere. No, but don't be around people who are not even equivalent to the lowest value you can ever give. Don't ever lower yourself. If you are the smartest person in the room, go out and look for another room where you are the dumbest person. Because if you are the smartest person, these people are going to drag you down. You can be their mentor, it's okay, but you have to learn. A mentor is not in the same boat. He has to be on the ship trying to draw a lifeboat or a life jacket onto the people who are in the ocean. So, what is my point? My point is, utilize your time well and cut every single second you have in the day. Place it, because that is your currency, that is your time, that is your money, that is your value. Time. Use it, budget your time as you budget your money. Every single hour, every single minute, it has its own thing. And that's how you're going to learn, and that's how you're going to get out of that death, that pit you are gone into. Especially if you are into drugs and you got into addiction, that is the only way you're going to get out. Try to improve your life one step at a time. One step at a time. Because when you try to do it overnight, you are failing, because you can't just go and start making a lot of money. You are owing debt. That debt is compounding, and it is going to collapse everything you are trying to build. So what you have to do is repay back. Say that I messed up. I took this money. I wasted my life. I wasted this time with this kind of people. Now what I have to do is to nijaze hiyo shimo. Make sure that those potholes, they are filled. They are filled, so that you are from a negative side onto a positive side where you can make progress. Positive progress, where you cannot backslide into negative. That is how people grow. And if you understand what I'm trying to say, you already know that I'm talking this from experience. And I'm trying to say that there was a time that You know what is addiction? Addiction is when you go out of your way to get that thing. You go out of your way to get or to do a certain thing. Like, look, if you want to wash clothes, but you have to listen to music in order to wash clothes, then you are addicted to music. You have to go out of your way in order to do that thing. If you are addicted to drugs, you say that I have to go and get weed, maybe compromise on the kind of meal that I'm going to take today in order to get this kind of drug. Normally, it doesn't happen consciously. It just happens unconsciously, and impulse buying plays a big role in this. That is why it is so difficult to get out of addiction if you are in a familiar location and environment. You have to change the people you hang out with, the places you go, and everything that you do in order to be a brand new person. You can't. It is not about changing your mental state. It is about changing your physical too, and your spiritual ways and everything. Saying it and saying that you want to change is much easier. It is much easier to say that. But actually the process, doing it, and engaging yourself in the process of change, that is where most people fail. And it is not something new. It is something that has been there from the ages, from the Roman Empire. People wanted to change. But change doesn't happen through the word of mouth. Change doesn't happen through knowledge. You can't, if you are in poverty, you can't get out of poverty by learning a lot of things. Yeah, learning is essential because every kind of decision that you are going to make, every kind of wisdom and action that you are going to take, it all comes down to understanding, the kind of understanding you have. But to have an understanding, you have to get knowledge. Knowledge can be gathered can be gathered from many different sources, or you can get exposure into different cultures and how people operate. That is knowledge. But knowledge only won't change. You have to take action. Action is the most important thing when it comes to this term called change. Whether you are afraid, whether you are paranoid, whether you are an addict, whether you want to make New Year resolutions, whether you want to be an exceptional student at school and you are failing, and it is so simple to do. It is so simple to do because you don't have to do everything at once. You just have to start with one step, just one thing. Let me give you an example. I really hated reading. So what did I do? I started slowly, and people don't really get to understand the concept of growing. Making something an habit, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be consistent all the entire 21 days or 30 days. It is just you have to do it. Sometimes people fail, but why do you fail? So that you can learn to pick yourself up. If you do something without failing, if you get to win every single time, the moment you are going to fail, you are going to find it very difficult to get out of that situation because you have never done it before. So, when you fail to follow your routine, when you fail to do something, it is not the end of the world. And most people give up because they have encountered this single failure. But this is where the journey begins. Once you have failed and you have recognized and you are aware that, okay, today I was supposed to wake up at 4 a.m. and I did not. I missed the alarm. Go sit down by yourself. Try to understand what caused you to go into this kind of situation that you are in right now. Did you sleep late? Do you have enough time? Have you set aside enough time to sleep? What caused it? And the next day, try to wake up kind of earlier. Even if you miss it, go back. That is the whole point of it. Because people, Other people may be naturals when they try to do something, but not everyone is that gifted. So if you cannot get to that destination, forget about the destination. It is all about the journey. The journey will be your destination. So the journey of trying to improve and trying to get there will eventually get there. Kama ume-aim at 100% na umeona hautaifika 100%, giving up is not the answer. It is not the solution. But getting 90, 80, 70, 60, hiyo ndo sasa destination. No. That is the best you have tried, because we are not the same. And you can't always get to 100%. Wewe si Mungu kusema kitu inafanyika. No. Sometimes all you have to do is to never give up and be consistent in what you do. Hope I'm making sense, and hope this will be helpful. So with that being said, I want you to have because the year is ending, and we have made a lot of videos this year, and I hope that you have enjoyed the previous videos that I made, and you have seen the improvement throughout the year. Since nilikuanga nimenyoa, sasa niko na nywele bagi. Actually, I messed up a lot of times. That is why I'm trying to get myself into a better situation. I'm not yet there. And hata kama napatiana advice, I'm not 100% niko perfect. I'm also trying to do it. So I decided that since I'll be doing it, why not document the journey and show you how it all went, and give you insight, real life experience firsthand on how you can actually get to do it. Hope you're having a good time. Learning date 29, so I'm very excited actually, because I've realized something that I had not seen before. Oh my God, life is so good. Never give up.